Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going over this 2021 Toyota RAV4 Limited with the all-wheel drive system. But I would like to give a special thanks to South Dade Toyota for providing me with this 2021 RAV4 Limited with the all-wheel drive system. But if you're in the market for a RAV4, you can come check out South Dade Toyota and ask Wilford. He'll get you into a new, used, or pre-owned vehicle. But let's get into the review here of the RAV4 by starting off underneath the hood here. This has Toyota's 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. This makes 203 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. And keep in mind, this does have the all-wheel drive system, so this weighs 3,405 pounds. Fuel economy, since it's the all-wheel drive system, it gets 25 in the city, 33 on the highway, and 28 combined. That's really good fuel economy, even though it has the all-wheel drive system. But if you're looking for better fuel economy, Toyota does offer a hybrid version of the RAV4, which gets 40 miles to the gallon, which is really good. But shedding the hood here of the RAV4, the RAV4 here is painted in this Blizzard Pearl exterior paint, which looks really good with the black accents here. Toyota, they managed to sell over 400,000 units last year in 2020, even with COVID going on. So I can see why a lot of Americans would like to basically get a RAV4. It's fuel efficient, it's practical, and it's going to be damn reliable because it's a Toyota and these things are going to last forever. But looking at the headlights here, they're going to be a multi-reflector LED headlight with an automatic low and high beam, with an incandescent turn signal, with an LED daytime running light. And Toyota does throw in these halogen fog lights down here at the lower part of the fascia. I'm not sure why they didn't just basically give it full LEDs. There's front parking sensors. I do like the grille here. It does remind me of the Tacoma's grille. Toyota took that off of their mid-size pickup truck. Looking at the Toyota system there, this doesn't have Toyota Safety Sense 2.5 Plus. It just has Toyota Safety Sense 2.0, which is still good. So it does have adaptive cruise control with a low speed follow. It does have pedestrian and cyclist detection. But overall, the RAV4 is a handsome SUV that Toyota offers. Like I mentioned, Toyota sells over 400,000 units every single year here of the RAV4. So keep in mind, Americans, we do love our SUVs. Looking at the side profile here of the RAV4, let's start off with these tires and this rim setup here. These are a 235/55 Yokohama tire. They're wrapped in this 19-inch rim design. I do like the aluminum finish here. It does really good with the Blizzard Pearl exterior paint with the black accents here. Of course, it wouldn't be an SUV without the cladding. There's this LED sight marker here on the mirror cap. There's these black painted roof rails, and up top, the RAV4 just has a standard sunroof. The wheelbase for the RAV4 is at 105.9 inches with an overall length of 180.9 inches. There's this floating roof design here at the rear of the vehicle. But let's look at the rear of the RAV4 Limited with the all-wheel drive. So looking at the rear of the RAV4, looking at these taillights here, they're going to be an LED combination with an LED brake light with an incandescent turn signal and reverse light. There's this bar that cuts through the taillight modules. Your third brake light lives up top. There is going to be some badging here on the liftgate, which is the Toyota emblem, the RAV4 badge, and there's the Limited with the all-wheel drive badge on this side. Down here at the lower part of the bumper, there's going to be rear parking sensors with these reflectors integrated into the bumper. And Toyota does throw in dual tip exhaust. Of course, there's a standard backup camera. Open up the cargo capacity back here. Since it's the Limited trim here, it does offer a power opening tailgate. With all the seats folded up, Toyota says you get 37.6 cubic feet of space. Once you fold down the second row, Toyota says you get 69.8 cubic feet of space. Like I mentioned, the RAV4 is going to be really practical. This also has the JBL sound system. Lifting up the low floor here, Toyota does throw in a spare tire instead of a fix-a-flat kit. Sitting inside the interior of the RAV4 Limited, looking at this interior here, I do like this two-tone color combination here. But shutting the door here of the RAV4, to start up the RAV4, foot on the brake, and the start-stop button is over here. This has Toyota's 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. Looking at the door panel materials here, it's gonna be a soft touch material, which feels really nice. There's two person memory seats here with this aluminum painted door handle. It is automatic up, automatic down for all four windows. Your mirror controls and lock controls are here. There's some aluminum painted trim here on the grab handle, which feels really nice. There's your automatic low and high beam switch, which is over here. I'm missing some functions here, but there's the power lift gate there. The small storage compartment here, more of that soft touch material. Down here is going to be a cup holder and storage. This does have the JBL sound system, which sounds pretty good. The speakers are here. Nice leather wrap steering wheel. There's some controls here to cycle through this LCD display here. By using this, it shows you different stuff like your distance to empty, also what you've been averaging, your driver support. Once you have your phone connected, this does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. It will tell you the number of the song and who's the artist. Over here is going to be the trip computer and whatnot, so you can customize this to show you different stuff. But there is some analog gauges on the side which shows you your fuel, your coolant temperature, and also your RPM layout. Over here is going to be the headlight stock and turning signal. Over here is the wind wiper stock. I like the airbag cover here. Over here is going to be for the dynamic radar cruise control. This has Toyota Safety Sense 2.0, not 2.5 plus, but the 2.0 system is really good as well. There's going to be forward collision warning, lane departure, your sync and track. This is for the radio presets down here. Your volume control, those are going to be there. I like the aluminum painted trim here. The push button start is going to be over there, of course. Like I mentioned, I do like this two-tone color combination. Since this is the limited trim, it does offer this rear view camera mirror. If you don't like the way that looks, you can switch it on or off if you would like. This does have LED lights throughout the cabin, and above is just a standard sunroof with the shade that you can open and close. This is missing a panoramic sunroof option, which lets more light into this cabin. Looking at the upper part of the dashboard, is going to be a soft touch ejection molded plastic. This is an 8-inch display here. Like I mentioned, it does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Going here to Google Maps, it takes up the complete screen. There's some hard buttons here, volume and tuning knob. Your hazard button is there, the air vents are there, of course. It does have dual climate control, your fan speed, the front and rear defogger. This is heated switch here for the front seats. There's no cool seats, surprised to see that on the limited trim. Your stability control is here, you can turn it on and off. This does have the all-wheel drive system. My iPhone 12 Pro Max, it does not fit even with this long USB cord connected to it. There's no USB-Cs to connect here, so you have to use the USB port to connect the Android Auto or Apple CarPlay. There's a 12 volt here. Putting the RAV4 into reverse, as you can see, a standard backup camera. This does have rear cross traffic alert. This is wide angle here. This also has front and rear parking sensors. Kicking over here to the left, this does have a sport mode and a transmission. Putting it back into park, I like the leather around the shifter here. There's electronic parking brake, auto hold, eco, normal, sport, sand, mud, also a rock and dirt mode there. You can press this for normal, and I like how it illuminates blue. When you switch over to the right, it does turn like a brown to signify that you're in the mud and sand mode. And over here to the right, it does turn like a black color for the rock and dirt. There's a snow button there. Also with hill descent, there's cup holders here. Of course, it fits the bottled water just fine. This area is going to be nice and padded. It does offer a decent amount of storage. There's going to be 2 quick charging USB ports in there with the small tray there. It fits my wallet just fine. I do like the way these seats look. They are supportive. Like I mentioned, I like this two-tone color combination. The seats there, you do hold you in place. They're not aggressively bolstered, but they're really supportive there. There's a shelf here for additional storage, just like in the Highlander. The glove compartment, it does have a pretty decent size. But overall, the RAV4 does have a nice interior. But let's hop into the back seat of the RAV4. So getting to the back seat here of the RAV4 Limited, closing the door. This is where I have the seat to drive. I'm only 5'8", and Toyota says you get 37.8 inches of legroom, which is decent. But if you're looking for more legroom in the segment, you have to check out the Honda CR-V that offers 40.4 inches of legroom. And Toyota does throw in your own set of air vents back here with 2 quick charging USB ports. There's going to be 1 mat pocket back here for storage. And like I mentioned, Toyota didn't throw in the panoramic sunroof here on the limited trim. They just offer this standard sunroof for the driver and passenger, but it does let light into this two-tone color combination here. You can also recline the seat or have it in its upright position, just in case you have a bad back. Pulling this armrest down here, Toyota does reveal 2 cup holders, but there's no storage besides this mat pocket and also in the door panels there. But overall, the back seat of the RAV4 is not a bad place to spend time. So starting off in the 2021 RAV4 Limited with the all-wheel drive system. Right now I have it in its rock and sand mode here. This is the same area I was in when I did the Tacoma, where it had all the rain and it was built up on the wet ground. With this being the all-wheel drive system, it does display where the torque is being sent on each wheels. But most people are not going to use this RAV4 for that, honestly speaking. You're going to keep this thing on the road, or maybe if you stay an area where it's kind of grassy at, Like right now, I'm just taking this thing through some little muddy areas where the ground is still wet a little bit, but it does have some creases and dips here and stuff. But the RAV4, it handles this really good. But like I mentioned, most people are going to keep their RAV4 on the road. Like I mentioned, from the interior scene here, I do like this two-tone color combination. It looks really good here with the black, and Toyota did a really good job. This makes 203 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. You have plenty of drive modes here, from eco, normal, sport, mud and sand, rock and dirt, and also snow with hill descent as well. So you have plenty of different drive modes here in the RAV4. But like I mentioned, this makes 203 horsepower and 184 pound-feet of torque. It's hooked up to an 8-speed automatic transmission. This has Toyota's 2.5-liter 4-cylinder, but it's a really good fuel-efficient powertrain. You get 25 in the city, 33 on the highway, and 28 combined. So really good fuel efficiency. But if you're looking for better fuel economy, Toyota does offer a hybrid version of the RAV4, which gets over 40 miles to the gallon. The RAV4 does have a nice, smooth, comfortable ride. The suspension feels really good. I like this digital rearview camera mirror. Just in case you don't like that, you can just flip it off, or if you like, you can keep it on. Me personally, I have it on since I've been driving the RAV4 for the last hour or so. And honestly, I like that feature. I think Cadillac was the first one to introduce the rearview camera mirror. And the RAV4 drives so good. You have really good cargo in the rear. You get 69.8 cubic feet of space. So if you're looking to put your family stuff in there and also your family in the back seat here, Toyota says you get 37.8 inches of legroom, which is really good. But if you're looking for more inches of legroom, you have to check out the CR-V that offers 40.4 inches of legroom. But overall, you can't go wrong with the RAV4. This beats everything in the segment, and this sells over 400,000 units every single year. Even with coronavirus going on, Toyota managed to sell over 400,000 units, which is impressive. So that means everyone was buying a RAV4. Like I mentioned, Americans, we love our SUVs, and this is just showing you, even with a pandemic going on, people are still going to go buy their cars no matter what. Toyota offers this in 5 or 6 different trim levels, from an off-road package to a hybrid version to a base trim. So Toyota offers this for all types of style of people. So if you're off-road, if you like off-roading, they offer that with the TRD version. They offer skid plates, rugged tires. So if you're looking for that, Toyota offers it. If you're looking for a base model, you don't want all those accessories, Toyota gives you the LE trim. Like I mentioned, Toyota says 400,000 people bought a RAV4 in 2020. Like I mentioned, with the pandemic going on, that's impressive. So that lets you know that every American was looking for an SUV during the pandemic, because they know that these cars are going to be practical. And like I mentioned, it's a Toyota, so it's going to be damn reliable. It's going to be in your family for a long time if you plan on keeping the RAV4. But overall, I have no complaints with the RAV4. It rides really good. It has a really good powertrain. But if you're looking to get better fuel economy, Toyota does offer a hybrid version of the RAV4. After spending time with the RAV4 limited all-wheel drive, starting price for the RAV4 is at $36,080. With the options and accessories, the RAV4 stickers for $43,208. But hope you guys have enjoyed my full overview. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at DriveOnReviews and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next video.